Hello, this is Cameron with iPropertyManagement.com, and today I'm going to do a quick review of eRenter's tenant screening services as well as a quick walkthrough. So first of all, we're going to look on their front page here at their tenant screening packages. They have three different packages, and per usual, the most expensive one is the best one because we always recommend that landlords get the most information they can when making a selection. And here it's only $5 more than the premium option, so we believe it is well worth it. You'll get identity verification, background check, credit check, name history, address history, and then a rent check advisor. So also included in here, it doesn't mention it in these main points, but you also get your eviction reports and your criminal reports as well as a few others. So now let's take a look at the process and creating an application and for the tenant to go through and the reports that the landlords will get to see if we believe it is worth this price. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a landlord account, and then you're going to navigate over here to My Properties. And here you'll click Add New Property. Here is the page for creating a new property. It's pretty standard, although there are a few interesting things here. So first of all, you can put a credit grade. Select a minimum credit grade that the tenant should meet or exceed. But it should be fairly easy to figure out what kind of applicants you want. You can get an online application link, although I will say that this link for us never actually works. It always gives us an error. So that's not going to be a viable option unless it works for other people. And then here you get to choose your package, which is nice because there are many other tenant screening services that don't let you select which package you want when you are doing an invite application link. Here you can put in a custom description, which is nice. You can put in things like here are our minimum requirements, no bankruptcies, no evictions, this is the credit score we're going to require, that sort of thing. So it's nice you can put it in there as well as what your rent's going to be and what the property is like. You'll click Save Property. And then you're going to click this Order New Report button, and you'll be taken to this page. And here you'll want to make sure that it's the correct property that you just created. It's got your minimum credit score. And then once you scroll down here, this is where things get a little bit interesting. So you'll click on the ultimate screening. If that's the one you want, you'll put in first name, last name, social security number. So this is the landlord putting in the applicant's information. So when you think about it, I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of applicants out there who are willing to just kind of send their social security number to a landlord. In fact, I've always seen the privacy part of this as one big aspect, one big benefit of using tenant screening companies is that applicants feel a lot more secure sending their social security number through a tenant screening service rather than to a landlord that they don't know. So I'm not a big fan of this process here. And then once you scroll down, you have to know their birth date, their address, and then you need their routing number and account number. I tried to go past this step without putting that in and it wouldn't let me. So the fact that you need a social security number, a routing number, and an account number, I think is going to be a big holdup for a lot of your applicants. Okay, so once that's filled out and then it's paid for, or you can select that the applicant is going to pay for it, then your applicant is given this email address. Now the secure online form, I'm not going to go to it because it's really just verifying that the information is correct because the landlord has already put in all the information basically on this page. So it's not a very thorough application, but they do, of course, ask for things that are a little too private in my opinion. Okay, and then the landlord will be able to log in here, click on My Properties, and they can see that the report is ready to view. So now let's take a look at a sample report. So you'll notice here I just have screenshots with redacted information because we did purchase an actual report for a real person. First of all, you'll notice that we don't get an actual credit score here, but we do see that the applicant is above the target credit score that we put in. Then we come down here and we can see the trade accounts, which is basically how many different lines of credit does this applicant have. Here you can see the total monthly payments, which is a way that you can be able to calculate debt to income ratio. And then we'll scroll down and we'll notice that that's the end of the credit report. So we actually don't get a full credit report here with eRenter. Here we do get a social security number validation and some background information. We can see the social security number is valid. We see all the previous addresses, and that's actually pretty cool. It goes back almost 2 decades for this person. And we'll see a criminal record search, which includes registered sex offenders and national security OFAC denied persons. So it's more than just a regular criminal record search. Eviction records, and then we get bankruptcies, liens, and judgments. And a rent check advisor, which basically means that this person is likely to write um, good checks. They're not going to write you checks that aren't going to be accepted. Okay, so my overall thoughts about eRenter is there were a few things in here that really caused some concern for me. One is that we don't get a full credit report. The other is that as a landlord, I have to get routing number, account number, and social security number from my applicants, um, which seems a little crazy to me. I have to do a pretty intense and thorough application process just to get their information to send them an invite to supposedly fill out an application. Although I will say that their pricing is not too bad. It's just under $40 when you figure in all the costs, or you can get their cheaper package for about $32, and it's not too bad of a package. Okay, well, that's the end of my review. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.